Hi everyone. So UBS have got 34 stocks, which essentially they claim should thrive in a stagflationary environment, especially given that we've got inflation at 40-year highs. So which are these stocks, and do any of them meet my approved filtered list? I'm going to take you through them now. Targets on that list. It doesn't meet my approved filtered list. I better explain my approved filtered list. I go through 10,000 stocks and look at their valuations, their revenue growth, their cash flow and cash flow growth, dividend yields, volatility, technical factors such as Sortino, which is a measure of volatility versus risk, and several other factors. And though the weight of those factors varies at different times, for instance, in the present environment, valuation in that algorithm of mine will have a greater weighting. Anyway, eBay doesn't make my list. Doesn't mean that these stocks won't do well. It doesn't mean stocks outside of it won't do well. It just means it's not on the approved list. But there's a couple on here which are PepsiCo, doesn't make it for me. Not least because I'm quite surprised they've got stocks with such high PEs. Now, Costco I did own. It hit my 25% from the peak stop loss, so I had to get out of it. I still like it for the long term, but I've got to get out of it. I'm going to get back in when it's a bit cheaper. Procter and Gamble. By the way, a lot of these would have been on my approved filtered list a year ago, but I only hold stocks for a year, and if they drop 25% from their peak, I get out anyway. So with Costco, I think it was just a 10% gain, which, in this market, I'll take. Walmart, General Mills, Hershey doesn't make it for me. Kroger, that was on my approval to this previously. It isn't on there at the moment. And we've really tightened our criteria in a down market, and obviously down market like this, you want to tighten your criteria. Exxon Mobil, I've got a lot of energy companies. This isn't one of them because there's others with better fundamentals and metrics. Chevron doesn't. Coterra, I do own because it did last month. And then if it's in the list, that's it. Stays in for 12 months. Even if it drops out the month after, that doesn't matter. It's in for 12 months. So that 12-month holding started last month. This one, never heard of them. FactSet, obviously have heard of. They make it onto UBS, not for me. Chubb, something I'm often called. Aon, Abbott Laboratories, that used to be, I think about 2 years ago, was on mine. Johnson & Johnson is on my approved filtered list. Not one I own. And it's on the UBS list as well. Eli Lilly, I do own. I still own it from 12 months ago, and it's doing rather well, as you can see. It's up 50% over the past 12 months, so thank you very much. I don't think my 12 months are up yet. I think they'll be up in about a month or so, and then I'll reevaluate. If at that point it's not on the approved filtered list, it will have to be sold. Pfizer is on the approved filtered list at the moment. And whilst UBS give a 12-month forward PE, we found that that's weakly correlated to valuation as a useful metric for price rises in this environment. Far more influential or effective from our data has been the PEG ratio, price earnings growth ratio. Quest Diagnostics, DaVita, Copart, Jacobs Engineering, none of these make it. Microsoft, I've been a holder for a long time. And it's one of those which, if it's in my quality picks, the ones which I think, would survive even a nuclear war, I'll hold on beyond the 25% drop. But then there gets a point where it's like, you know what, this looks like it's going to be a longer drop. And therefore, instead of buying more, I'll wait to buy more. But first I'll sell and then I'll buy more. I don't trade my investments. But when this market environment exists, this kind of environment, I'm happy to get out and then get back in a bit later, where there's clarity that at least there'll be falls for at least another 3 months. Synopsys, Jack Henry, Lind, Newmont, Iron Mountain, Reality Income, Public Storage, Crown Castle, Southern as well. So of those which were on mine, Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer, you might have thought, well, why not so much more energy stocks? Well, UBS didn't pick the energy stocks on my approved filtered list. There are energy stocks. Have a look at my campaign for $1 million to teach 1 million people how to be better investors. It's completely free. Campaignfor1million.com, and you'll get access to my daily Telegram channel and information and data like you just saw there. Plus, the greatest SEO tool ever invented, these glasses. People keep commenting on them, and it just helps the algorithms to boost my social media. Follow, like, subscribe, do all of those things. Send me a card if you wish. Stand on one leg. but definitely follow, subscribe. Links in the bio as well. Thank you.